What's up, my Nagas? So for the first time, look to make this less than an hour because I know it's been a minute. Y'all been listening to me talk, uh, and I hope that you've been doing the work to get those high vibrational things out. But the feathers up. Shout out to Bro Yosef because we are at war, my Nagas, and it is not easy out here in these fighting streets. So you definitely, and just a rep. If you claim that your answer, well, that's another thing, y'all. Kind of adopted a it's gonna be quick. The title of this is really just gonna be your shadows. So y'all remember I had talked about shadow work, right? Y'all, since I've talked to you, I've been humbled. I've been humbled and I've been humbled. And perhaps not in the way you think. Not so much as by uh it's been a duel of things, a duality of things. But just when you do the work, you're able to see the signs, whether your thing is numerology, you'll see like 777 or 666. If you want reference to those numbers and synchronicity numbers, you can go. You can feel free to check out the synchronicity number video I did. Or again, this is knowledge for all, especially on Nagas. But this is knowledge for all. So remember, melanated people, we created this. So I just want to always reiterate that in every video because I know some people may want everyone at the cookout, but you have to acknowledge your family at the cookout. So acknowledge your family at the cookout, and before you look up any of this information, recognize that your ancestors did this, and we gave this out. And at best, at the very best, the information is uh, like jumbled up. Like for instance, I won't go on a tangent, but I'll give you an example. Hebrew is one of our languages. It's the language of fire. It's not technically our language so much it is a combination of their stuff mixing with our stuff. And since they have the original melanin blueprint coming from the melanin woman and the melanin man, um, that's why Hebrew has those effects. Same thing with Chinese, and I'm talking about not to be confused with our Asiatic ancestors, where, and mind you, all these places are chakra connected. That's why it's important for you to know your chakras. If you want reference on chakras, again, I did a video on chakras, and if you're a brother or sister or someone who does cannabis or things of that nature, just herbal smoking like lavender, I have all types of herbs like wormwood, peppermint, spearmint, kamoli. These are all smokable herbs. If you want some uh, more insight on that a bit, you can go to also the my herbal lecture. So not even lecture, guidance video. Excuse me, our guidance video. I prefer to call them guidance videos because I wouldn't want anyone to say in any lecture. You should just give guidance, and for me, keep it moving. At least for me. Um, so that's the main thing. The main title. I just want to give some examples of how just because you see there and Chinese is more closer to a degree to our stuff, but not really. But again, they just took our vowels and this, that, and the third, and they mix it in with theirs, and that's why Chinese has so much power. That's why my Nagas like myself, when y'all be watching anime, and they be like, "Oh Naga, oh Bishi, or Nani," and one of our favorites and all that. That's why it has so much power, flair behind it, and activates certain organs in the body. Same thing with the chakra. This is just a recap of everything that I've been giving guidance on. So like that way, it's for you to look at. Mind you, my Nagas, this is serious. I don't give these ancestral videos out. I don't give these videos out because of play. Brothers and sisters are having to reincarnate on this and other planets all the time. I've helped some who I can, channeling, doing necromancy, this, that, and the third, pouring libations. Pour libations. All you have to do when you pour libations, get you a jug of water like this. I got some. 1 second. Be right back. But this is gonna be not too long. Be right back. Okay, here we go. So basically, you pour libations. When you pour libations, all it is, my Nagas, is you get you a jug of water, place some intent in the water, probably put the sigil, right? Like I got the sigil of the Nature's Cross. on my water. See, that's simple. You get you some marker, get a sigil on there, and then you write a couple of other sigils. Your creativity, how childlike you are, and handling your physical business. That's a big thing. Handling your physical business. Yes, my Naga, you are. You come from the gods, and gods is the original man, original woman, and you are a god and goddess by your very birthright. But the eight energy, right? Eight, the spiritual and the material, you still do have to pay bills. And if you don't want to pay bills, you can manifest a reality where you don't have to pay bills. But you have to do the hard work to do that. And it doesn't have to be hard because remember you're an alchemist. So you shouldn't be working like a human. You shouldn't be slaving away at a job. You should be working with your ancestors, visualizing what your true pure self likes. And actually I'll get on that pure self too. This guidance video or another one? Just this one? Okay, I'll get into it in this one. Intuition too. Remember, this side for yes, this side for no. Practice. Practice makes perfect. The work. Remember what I always say in the beginning of the video? You have to do the work. You listen to me yabba 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 wham 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 and all that you want and feel all deep and all, oh, I'm awakened. No, you're not awakened until you've done the work, until your ancestors have received some libations, until you've done the shadow work, and until you've unlocked your chakras and you know who the fuck you are. I need that to be reiterated. You have not done the work until you have done your. And now you can't do the ancestral officer sample due to living situations. But I got some for that ass. Guess what you can do? You can get you a bamboo, right? You can get you a bamboo cutting board, $5. Really, this was $1 at Dollar General in Galveston, Texas. So you get you this, and if you want the people that live in your car, which is okay, hey, I'm not judging. I'm just providing a way for you to do your work. You get you some water right here, just a little bottle of water like this. Let's just say you get one of these at Michael's or Walmart. Fill this up with water, boom. And then you feel something of a rocks, boom. That's your earth. Then you write you down some words on some paper, boom. That's your air. And then hell, you get you a lighter and that's your fire. Or you get you a candle and that's your fire, and boom, you have an altar. Now all you have to do is do what? Pour some libations, or leave a jug of water in the cup and put it in the middle. That's a start. You see, this is an ancestor altar. That's how simple it is. You have no excuse. I repeat, if you're looking at this video feeling all comfortable in your safety zone, if you have not done the work, you are wasting your time. This is real. You will reincarnate back in this piece if you have not done the work. Believe that. And even worse, that you looked at the video that encouraged you to do the work and you chose to be a stubborn fool and didn't want to do it. Don't be like that. Don't make your ancestors have to whoop your ass just because you want to be that one. Don't be that one. You get your ass handed to you, going and coming by your family down like your ass, call you crazy for being spiritual, all this and all that. We got enough enemies. Get with the Nagas that love you. One Pisces gave me some great advice that her Leo, who's a number 5 actually, but I want, Pisces, y'all know how y'all private as hell, so I don't want to reveal too much. I want to get in trouble. But one Pisces, homemade of mine, Nagini is serpent queen, Naga serpent king, serpent emperor. We weren't kings or kings. Kings are more so the masculine matriarchal energy, and queens stand for queer, what the kings call their men when they did other men. Because remember, the non-indigenous beings on this planet are not indigenous for a reason. They do things as backwards, and literally as backwards. Not knocking brothers and sisters who may like the same anything. This is not that. This is more so attributing to a species that and what they have done. Nothing personal, just associating what's done on the pin. What's on the list. What they've done. So yeah, I just want to reiterate that, because I think that some of us, and I encourage anyone who feels inspired to get and give out ideas that you have. Like, y'all think about it. If I just sat there and like, oh, I'm too scared, I don't know what they'll say, I don't know how my hair looks, I don't know, and plus I'm a Naga too, so man, we can kind of just gotta do business. Like, bump, well, give me the bare minimum and I can make it do what it do. Our women, that's why they get the maximum whatever, what have you, because the male and the woman, the original goddess, so she gets the lights, and that helps them. But as a Naga, as a guy, as a Naga, I need you to really do better, because we don't need all that. We could just do a simple lecture just with lights on, lights off, don't matter. So, and that's for those who want to give out that. And you don't have to. I'm just saying, if you feel inspired to, don't let fear chain you. That's ridiculous. You are God. What are you doing? Do you see Isis letting chains hold her? No. We're free. But you have to be free in the mind and free in your soul. Do the work, please. Now, libations. So I just showed you again, you can make you a little mobile ancestor altar. You can hide that in your closet. So all your religious ass family that's faking shit, you don't have to worry about hearing their mouth. So it's okay. You can do the work. And your ancestors will give you props for going gutter for them. Win-win. I digress. Anyway, though, libations. So here's how you do libations. Picture this as the ground, but you get you some water. Ancestors, 8. 8 is the Capricorn. 8 energy. 8 is the ancestral energy. Reincarnation or crown mother. Go. You can reference back to. And mind you, I'm not. And for numerology too, you can look up King Simeon. By the way, it's not just my videos. Don't just stick to my channel. This is not a channel. This is just guidance for Nagas. I have learned everything, and well, this is more so self-learned or self. And that's you a scientist on your own, so you only want to watch so much Bobby and Brother Penny be fired though, and Remedy H and Melon Out Order, like those three brothers. But and shout out to Dreamwise and Divine Relationship Alchemy, my fellow Houston. I don't want to say my fellow Washita, because you know he's fellow Washita. On this side of the Mother Amaruka. So you want to talk with that tribe. You want to talk with that true Naga talk. Not like, it's okay to rep Houston, this, that, and the other. Remind you, these are later day things. We want to rep our ancestral energies. We love to say we Choctaw, we Cherokee and Blackfoot and this, that, and the third was high time, you know. Excuse me. Because I'm kind of adopting more of a, more Buddha. I'm adopting more of a chill type energy when I give y'all these guidance videos. I'm not going to try to be out, because, you know, I've been that way, right? And, you know, hopefully that's helped y'all get motivated. Now this is more of the relaxed, here's practical, even more practical methods in a simple way, simple video. But, yeah, Melanie, can you bring it back to me, please? Por favor. Yeah, you can have libations to where you just pour like 8 to your ancestors. Again, what I was going to say later, it'll come back to me. You can pour gracias times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom! You do that for a day, it will change your life. Not it could, it will change your life. You just pour 8 drop, you pour 8 things of water like you do for them homies that's with you on this physical. You do for the homies that's with you on the spiritual. As above, so below, the 7 Hermetic principles from our ancestor Thoth, who is also known as Tahuti, who in the Necronomicon is known as Jehudi, who was in Atlantis, who, which means was a recent ancestor of yours, who wrote the 7, gave this, not wrote, but, well, in a sense, but getting also the emerald tablets and things of that nature. But, and that's just one of your ancestors, you know? So it's like for your ancestors being everyone, and you can go look up the law of attraction. As above, so below. The principle of gender. Everything has its feminine and masculine principle, but androgyny is the ultimate goal. Again, everything has its feminine and masculine principles, but androgyny is the ultimate goal. Being in balance with both. No matter what your decision is, being in balance with both. No matter who you like, being in balance with both. And if you're not in balance with both, you are unbalanced. No matter who you like, whether you straight or whatnot, have you. If you are not balanced with your masculine and your feminine, as in like in tune with your intuition and your, by the way, shall I say okay, I'll be quiet about that. See, assert, well, I'll leave that be. And see, I'm not the type to restrict information, yo. When I first started this, I wanted to give all the information I could, but I see why they say a magician never reveals all its secrets. And I don't like secrets. My energy doesn't do that. I prefer just to have everything out in the open, but it's for the sake, because number one, for the sake I have to go over this, for some of y'all, no offense, that shows that even if I give some other stuff that's like, which could be dangerous, because your soul, you have what's called, but no, okay, never mind, I ain't gonna mention that either. You see what I'm saying? And it's sometimes not mentioned, not because it's all deep and no, you ain't ready for that. No, F all that. It's not even that. It's just certain things. If you give out, it's not, y'all just not the ones watching this channel. These archons and stuff, they be peeping on these channels. And if I give out certain information, they can use it. And mind you, F them, right? But certain information is paramount that's kind of like they'll be able to use too well, because it's not enough. It's enough of us awakened to where the shift is going to happen, the system going in, but it's not enough of us awakened to where like if you a person that's just starting out, then if I told you something, it's like, oh, you'll be talking to a person. This person can be a Smith, like on the Matrix, how Smith was able to go, them agents was able to go into anyone's bodies. That Archon could hear that and use that against you. And since you a newbie alchemist coming up in the melanin mafia and your melanin sciences, what I don't want to do is give you so much to where you go say it to the wrong person, then you get hemmed up because they was a warlock or an alchemist or just a boule ass, a fuck ass, hoe ass trader. I wouldn't want that for you. So do the work, that way you can come up with your own great discoveries, and when you do the work, basically the more people, here's how, the more that do the work, the more the plan rises in our shift in consciousness, and we don't have to go through all this with the system and everything and reincarnation, all that, and your people are free and all that. The more you do the work, the more that happens. The less you do. My phone was missing. My bad. It's what the hell? Okay, my bad, y'all. Well, it's still gonna happen because enough of us have awakened on the planet to where this planet is going to be shifting on autopilot now. But the more you do it, the more secrets that can come out, because we're in the age of Aquarius, the age of I know. So that's why you want to do work, so next time, or even when you do it, this secret is revealed. So that's just how paramount you play a part in. Don't ever think you're unimportant. You are highly important, but you're only as important as you make yourself out to be, based off the production that you do within yourself. If you don't love yourself, no one else will. If you don't love yourself, don't be expecting to ask them a damn just anything, because you don't love yourself. Go be used by somebody. But if you want to love yourself, then that takes work. And the easiest way to do that work is not by counseling. That works too and all that, but doing the spiritual work, going internal. When the counselor's hours are from this time to that time. That means there's finite, a limit. Your homie's hours is always listening to you with your ex-boyfriend, your ex this, that, and the third, your ex-girlfriend. Now, they have a certain amount of hours. They only go and allow you a certain amount of time. And if they sleep, they just listen to you anyway. It's up to you. If all these things are happening to you and you're the common denominator, then guess what? The God is generating, operating, and destroying not to their liking. So you need to generate, operate, and destroy. God is an algorithm. These are alchemical algorithms and formulas. Scientists, right? Aquarius is the mad scientist. Mad and scientist should be one. You shouldn't be separate. You should be one. You should be able to be in tune with yourself, that the mad doesn't overcome the scientist and the scientist doesn't overcome the mad, because you have a requirement of both. Because a scientist, if you just stay a scientist, you only simplify to logic and things. This is child's play. If you just stay mad, you'll be so metaphysical in things that you may not be grounded. So boom, you have the scientist who has the ground, the 8. So 8. The scientist is at the bottom of the material. The mad is at the top, the metaphysical. You see? So that's why they go hand in hand. Mad scientists, they're in balance with one another. The feminine, mad. The masculine, the scientist, structure, order. Boom, Cancer, Capricorn. You see? So these things, these allegories, it's simple really, but it really is simple like that. But you have to study, you have to actually do the work to make it simple for yourself. Yes, you will have, you got Zach L and the Panic and the Melanite Order and everyone else under the sun, but it don't matter if you don't do the work, because we leaving. Do you want to reincarnate here? Let that marinate and make your decision. Now, moving forward though, what else? Yes, so I showed the libations. Your shadow work. So your shadow work, real quick, is. Now remember in the previous one we had talked about shadow work. The ancestor altar giving you the template to get the heck out of here. So now that you got the template, I wanted to show you a little bit and elaborate, like I said I would, on what shadow work is. So shadow work is basically you going in your subconscious mind and wherever binaural beats. I cannot stress this enough, and they are on this channel, so you have no excuse. You have no excuse. I'll say that one more time for those in the back who may be lazy and think you can just get away with watching videos and talking to your homies about how you so deep and you and them gonna be reincarnated with the same old chain, nigga. My bad, it's a little personal, because when I started this, see, I was raised by OG Naga. I don't want to be intense on y'all. I'm going for Buddha like. Giving y'all a break. See? Being kind, just being more understanding to your plight. It's not easy. I get it. Just please don't be faking this. You cannot be faking this. You will get your ass whipped. Not whoop. I'm talking about from the good old north. Technically, this is the north. Remember, there was a pole shift. If you want more information on that, you can go watch Remedy H. You can also go look at my Divine Feminine literature. You can also go look at Melanite Order. These three brothers will give you, I'm saying three, including myself, but I separate myself because I learned from these two brothers. I'm just up and coming. These two brothers, Remedy H and Melanite Order, both go, Remedy H specifically goes over the pole shift, the war that happened. I remembered all that. And see, that's why it's important for you to watch actual lecturers who are breaking doorways down. You shouldn't be satisfied with the same old lecture. The more metaphysical it is, or whatever works for you. I'm just saying, the metaphysics is at the end of the day what you need to get out of here. So if you just listen to some, basic, oh, this is going on with the government, that's not going to cut it, bro and sis. That's not going to cut it. I know you may feel that you're special with that, but that's not going to cut it. Is there an ancestor altar? Have you poured libations to your ancestors that were hurting as a result of what that government did? That's the question that your ancestors want for you. What are you doing? What are you doing? You have the juice. You just have to produce. For those whose birthdays equal out to the 3, the 6, and the 9, that's a big quote for you. Remember, I did the 3, 6, and 9 cipher guidance video. 3, 6s, and 9s. Y'all have the juice. Don't get arrogant with that shit, though. Because 3, 9s, I have seen... I ain't going. It's a lot of y'all from my experience that don't make it out here 3, 6, and 9s. From my experience. And that shouldn't be the case. Y'all are the foundational numbers of the universe. For goodness sakes, you are the alchemical algorithm, just like the God algorithm. Androgyny. 6. After you're in balance with your androgyny, you express yourself. 3 is the expression number, and it's an increase number. 3, you express yourself, your androgyny, that's 3. Your masculine, your feminine, boom, you in the middle. So now you can manifest on the material plane because you've learned that lesson. That's a basic lesson you have to learn. Again, being in tune with your masculine and feminine. It don't just start at 1, or I'm number 1, I'm a guy, or 2, I'm the only. You gotta be in tune with both. Hello. Yeah, so even you, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, you have to be in tune with both. And you have to give honors to both. And if you don't, it shows. Nagas, I'm so courteous. Nagas like me can just tell. Like when you just too tilted to one or the other. I give credit to my men and women for being the original women, but I give credit to my men and the men for being the ultimate protectors to go up and do what we got to freaking do while women sit on the throne. And you have women that are warriors. And you have brothers that sit on the throne and have like councils, like the Council of Time, Council of Dragons, and these are councils that are in the house that help orchestrate certain events. All us, by the way, it's all niggas. So yeah, just keep in mind the importance about that. But going back to shadow work, we gonna wrap this up. Shadow work. So you listen about, man, this darn thing here. Something went wrong. Part of the video may not be saved. Yeah, you trying to mess with the video? Anyway, my bad, y'all. So if y'all getting this, I think, should I do a part 2 or just do it in this whole video? Part 2 or whole video? Do a part 2? Okay, y'all, so I apologize. So in this video, this is just going to be a prelude. So hopefully you got some motivation out of this. Next video is just going to be straight. And this is going to be the same. It's going to be in the same day. You ain't going to have to wait. Shadow work. Your Orishas, and yeah, more just do another video real quick so I can get it all in one. Okay, so 1 second. Well, next video, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Use that as motivation. This is a prelude, and I'm saying this because what I'm gonna give y'all, I don't want to be interrupted. I don't want them cutting anything out. Virgo perfection, but this is a perfection is just looking out for y'all. But Virgo is the sign of service, so there you go. But yeah, this is just a prelude. I'll just title this a prelude, and then we'll go to the potatoes and chickpeas and all that of the guidance video. So, care about y'all. Y'all say it. May y'all streets be paved with gold, and may y'all ancestral streets be paved with gold.